The bus is here, Marcus said, pointedly. Have a good day at school. All right, MJ grabbed his bag. Hey, Miss V, don't forget my lunch. Miss V, the household's backbone and resident truth-teller, appeared from the shadows of the pantry, looking as though she'd already dealt with 3 crises before 8 a.m. She handed MJ a bag with a look that said she'd heard every word of the conversation. Chapter 2. The Trust and the Torch. As soon as the front door clicked shut, Angela descended the stairs. Good morning, Marcus, she said, her voice a dangerous silk. Good morning, babe. Marcus replied cautiously. Baby, I've been doing a lot of thinking all night long, Angela began. Marcus gestured toward the kitchen. That explains all that smoke I smelled. Angela ignored the jab. Babe, I've decided to trust you. I believe you did not sleep with this woman, and I'm gonna let it go. Marcus felt a weight lift off his chest, so suddenly he almost lightheaded. Baby, you serious? You know how long I've been waiting to hear you say that? Thank you. He stepped forward to embrace her, his heart full of a newfound peace. If I didn't have to go to work, I would go up those stairs and soundproof the room right now. Angela smiled, a genuine one this time. I'm gonna see you tonight. Believe that, Marcus said, kissing her forehead. Thank you for trusting me. But as the door closed behind him, Angela's smile didn't fade, it sharpened. She turned toward the kitchen, where Miss V was organizing the dishwasher. Sa, trust, but verify, Angela whispered. Miss V stopped mid-scrub. Absolutely horrible. I told her to go with you. I told her to go with you, too. Chapter 3. The Expansion and the Ghost of College Past. The salon was a whirlwind of hairspray, gossip, and the metallic clatter of scissors. Angela walked in, her heels clicking like a countdown timer. Leslie, is she gonna be here every day? Angela asked, gesturing toward the construction area where a man was leaning over a set of blueprints. Unfortunately, yes. Leslie sighed. The man in question turned around. His name was Tariq. He was tall, well-built, and wore his tool belt with a certain swagger that made Jennifer, Angela's best friend and fellow stylist, stop mid-shampoo. Okay, so Angela's just not gonna talk to me? Tariq asked, looking at Leslie. Is she gonna talk through you? Come on, Leslie, Angela snapped. Tariq, she just wants the job done, okay? Leslie said, trying to maintain the peace. Just do a good job, no offense. Tariq laughed, a deep, knowing sound. I understand that. It was 14 years ago we had that one-night stand. I can't believe she doesn't even remember me. Jennifer's eyes widened to the size of saucers. She leaned over to Angela. I would never forget you. Daddy, she whispered. Look, just let it go, okay? Leslie told Tariq. She is a happily married woman. I understand that. I'll keep it professional, Tariq promised. But he winked at the room before heading back to the low-bearing wall. Once he was out of earshot, the salon exploded. Honey, that is the kind of man you make a fool of yourself for. Jennifer squealed. You did it, just like that. How does Angela not remember him? Angela looked at her reflection in the mirror, her expression unreadable. She was in college back then, Jennifer. She was wild. Hold up, Jennifer said, squinting. She remembers. She called me and said she did remember, but you can't say anything. Oh, come on now, Angela said, trying to deflect. All couples have issues. Baby, that's not issues, Jennifer said, waving a comb. That's like World War III. That whole mess with Sabrina Murphy. The claim that she's got a kid with Marcus, and you burning up his car and his clothes. They will work it out, but Lord, it's a mess. Chapter 4. The visit to Sabrina. Angela couldn't help it. The seed of doubt wasn't just planted, it had grown into a redwood. Later that afternoon, she found herself standing in front of a modest suburban home. Beside her stood Jennifer, who was currently applying a layer of Vaseline to her knuckles. Nobody's fighting, Angela warned. I'm trying to change. This is a non-violent, Martin Luther King peaceful talk. I'm with Malcolm X. Jennifer grunted. Power to the people by any means necessary. They knocked. a woman answered. The conversation was short, tense, and entirely unexpected. Back at the salon, Angela was pacing. He was telling the truth, y'all, Angela cried, her voice cracking. He was telling the truth, and I burned up his car. Oh, and his clothes. And his jewelry. I had all his gold melted down into a medallion that said, "I can't stand your ass." "This is why you don't fly off the handle until you get all the information," Leslie said, folding her arms. "Oh my God, what have I done to my husband?" "Don't tell him," Jennifer advised. "She has to tell him," Leslie countered. "Will you all shut up?" Angela shouted. "I feel like I'm going to die. I'm in deep. I'm in real deep." Chapter 5. The Silverback Alert. Across town at the C Sports Now studio, Marcus was riding high on the fumes of his forgiven status. He was a man reborn. "Another great show, guys," Marcus said, slapping Joseph on the back. "Yeah, except for your poodle," Joseph teased. "A 6'4" dude walking a little poodle? It looks like... Well, it looks wrong. Pai, yes, akara, jipu, yes, akara, yes, akara, yes, akara." Their celebration was interrupted by Todd, the studio's general lackey, who arrived with a stack of mail. "No mail. But this letter just got dropped off for Marcus, from Sabrina Murphy," Todd said, looking far too excited. Marcus froze. He took the letter and read it aloud. "Dear Marcus, I am so sorry for all the problems I caused you. Your wife came to see me this morning. I told her the truth. I told her we never met, we were never together, and I don't even have a kid. I was put up to this by a friend I'm no longer close with." The room went silent. "She went over there," Marcus whispered, the betrayal stinging more than the original accusation. "She told me she trusted me, and then she went over there." "True," Joseph said. "But Marcus, you've been through a lot of drama. This might be one you just want to let go." "I intend to," Marcus said, his eyes narrowing. "But only after I've made my point." Chapter 6. The Confession and the Trap. That evening, the Williams house was set for a romantic dinner. "Anything exciting happened today?" Marcus asked, his tone suspiciously pleasant. Same old," Angela lied, her voice trembling. "Baby, I just missed you." "Oh, you missed me?" Marcus said. "I'm sorry, baby." Angela suddenly burst into tears, dropping to her knees. "I can't do it. I have so much pain in my heart. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. I'm sorry I burned up your car and your clothes. I'll never touch your stuff again." Marcus looked down at her, his face a mask of concern. "Baby, it's me who should be sorry. Now, you promise you won't get mad?" "I promise. I'll never fly off the handle again. Trust me, I'm done." "Good," Marcus said, his voice dropping an octave. "Because I got to tell you. I lied. I did sleep with her, and that's my baby. The DNA test came back today. I told her to lie to you if you contacted her, but it's true." Angela froze. The air in the room seemed to turn into ice. "Whoa, whoa, whoa," Angela screamed, springing to her feet like a launched missile. "I don't care what I just said. I don't give a damn what I just said. You coming up in here telling me that we gotta figure it out." Marcus started laughing. He laughed until he nearly doubled over. "Wait," Angela stopped, her chest heaving. "What?" "I got the letter from Sabrina." "Angela," Marcus said, wiping his eyes. "You said you trusted me. That is not trust." Angela's face went through 5 different shades of purple before settling on a guilty red. She tackled him onto the sofa, half sobbing, half laughing, while Marcus struggled to stay upright. "I'm gonna keep riding you," Angela shouted. "I'm not getting off. I'm gonna keep riding you too." Chapter 7. The Case of the Mystery Joint. The next morning, the house was supposed to be at peace, but a new crisis had emerged. Marcus had found something in the hallway, a small, perfectly rolled cylinder of paper. "Marcus, is this yours?" Angela asked, holding the joint between 2 fingers as if it were a live grenade. "No," Marcus said, confused. "Is it yours?" "No, I found it outside MJ's room." Angela's reaction was immediate and catastrophic. MJ is a drug dealer. My baby is a crackhead.